Let's move up to 16 now, and Jack Nicklaus, who is still 1 under for the championship.
Good hole. You can see he has to shoot over that bunker there.
He's even par for the day. Again, to an elevated green, as you said, with a big bunker in front. Okay.
Not bad.
Not bad. There you can see how elevated it is as you look back down at the fairway below.
Surprisingly, that hole is played the second most difficult through the first 2 rounds in the tournament. It's a good driving hole, an elevated green, but there's no water and things, but it's a hole where you better put it in the fairway.
Well, there's a ridge that runs right down the middle of this green. You get a side hill putt, you got a real difficult situation as you look at the leaders there once again. The most difficult hole on the golf course, if we would look forward just a little bit, is the 18th hole, which is playing tremendously difficult, averaging 4.6 strokes per competitor, and it's, of course, a par 4 hole. Here's Tom Kite for a 5. Remember, he put the ball in the water on the 15th, the par 3 hole. So that will drop him down to 3 under. Now 5 shots out of the lead. Things are 2 under at this point with the double bogey 5.
He's had such a consistent year, and he gets himself in position as we watch Jerry Pate there just fixing the ball mark. I think he can get over that little hump. He's just had talking about Tom Kite. He's made the most cuts in a row of anyone. He's got the best stroke average on tour right now. Won a lot of money. Just can't seem to win a tournament.
Jerry Pate is 1 under today. We saw him there a moment ago. 2 under for the championship. Certainly in competition. Tomorrow, before our actual golf coverage, you're going to see the National Long Driving Championship. You were there, Dave. All the big hitters of the world out there to see who could hit it the furthest. And then, of course, our final round of the PGA Golf Championship. 3.5 hours of coverage starting at 3:30 Eastern Time tomorrow. Attendance today, 20,956, but still counting at 3 o'clock. Now, Pate. Very nearly.
When we talk about Jerry winning the U.S. Open, well, he was in a 3-way playoff in '78 at Oakmont for this very championship, and a little unlucky he didn't win because he 3-putted the last green there to fall back into a tie with Watson and Mahaffey.
That's right.
He finally won.
Jerry Pate.
At Memphis
of
this
Georgia.
year, at Memphis this year when he won the tournament, watch Eastwood there. There was a lake at 18, and after Jerry won, he dove into the lake.
Oh, yeah, that's...
He has the same opportunity here if he wants to.
He's known as the aquatic star. He sure has the opportunity here. Where do you see 18 later on? Fairway bunker, Eastwood, having his problems now, had led the tournament, now trails by 4. Oh, fine shot. Maybe that's one that could bring you back. Weather improving by the minute here, really. The sun beginning to shine. The clouds seem to be moving out. Nothing threatening in the vicinity. We've had dark clouds in back of our tower just about all the time since Thursday, but not now. Maybe it's going to be nice for the rest of the way. Now Bob Murphy. He was a baseball player, and he hurt himself in college. He said, I got to take up something for phys ed, and he took up golf. Hadn't played until then. Oh, yeah. Look at the large ball marks being made today on these soft greens. Bent grass greens, by the way, which are very difficult to keep up down here in the hot south. Andy North. Oop. Did not look happy. Now, there you saw why. The ball dove into the long grass, I believe, or the bunker. I think the long grass. Larry Nelson, now with his second shot. The tournament leader. Yep. He doesn't look happy.
He didn't like that?
No?
10 high left.
Well, not all that bad. I'm just saying, look at that, Dave. I made the green. Larry Nelson leading by 3 as we move along in the PGA Golf Championship of 1981.
Welcome back to the PGA with Larry Nelson still 3 strokes ahead of Bob Murphy and 4 in front of Andy North and Bob Eastwood. It's a fine day. Skies are clearing. Temperature is very pleasant, lots of good golf. Big gallery, almost 30,000 in here at the moment, and all enjoying a feast of good golf. There's the 13th green, 14th green, and this is Bob Eastwood, having been in the bunker from the tee, putting for a 3. Looks better. That's better. And Bob Eastwood, who had a hole-in-one earlier and led the championship at one time, then slipped away, gets a birdie 3 and goes to 5 under. Just 3 behind Larry Nelson, who's had 3 birdies in a row. Bob Eastwood. Is he going to be our Rocky this week, I wonder? Now from the back of the pin, here's on the right is Larry Nelson. The back of the green, you can just detect his marker there. Here's Bob Murphy, but before that, let's have a look at the 15th green. Dan Pole, one of the long drivers on the tour, and a very good player indeed. Started the day at 4 under, is now 3 under, so he's 1 over for the day. He's playing with Andy North and Vance Hefner, and John Schroeder's been following them around, but we'll hear from John in a moment, because we'll just go back and see Larry Nelson, see if he can get another birdie here at the 14th. This would be 4 in a row. That was a little bit tentative. That wasn't really a very confident one, but it's a safe par 4. And we all know you can't hold them all. Nice par. He's 8 under and going along very smoothly. That's Larry Nelson. If he can par in, that'll be a round of 66. Aoki from Japan has already done a 66. Joe Inman a 67. Bob Murphy for a 3. The 14th. Smoothly back, smoothly through, and another good putt, does not drop. Oh! Andy North, having missed this green. This is for a par. He was in the bunker, and this long putt for a par, and no. So that is a stroke dropped. Murphy got his par. North gets a bogey and drops a stroke. Still right up there with the leaders, but now just 3 under. There's the view of the 15th green. It's all going on here. Larry Nelson, though, is leading the way this year's PGA.
Thing about Nelson, Jim, the first day he shot 38 on the front 9, shot 32 coming back. Yesterday he shot 32 on the back 9, and today he's 3 under on the back 9, again 4 under for the round.
There's Larry's wife in the gallery.
Think she's a little nervous?
She's got a good spot on the rope anyway there.
This may be a little surprise, Jim. I don't think many of the players, because they had to shorten the hole today, it's not playing 215.
Right.
I don't think many of the players in the practice round might have hit a shot from this tee. The smart ones would have, just in case the tees were moved up. But the club selection here is a little different. They're used to it at 2-iron, 3-iron, 5-wood or something. Now they're up. Of course, obviously, you got to go left. You can't go right, as Tom Kite did a minute ago.
In fact, most of them were playing them all the way back during the practice rounds. I remember that, all the holes.
Well, you try to wear that part out so they can't use it.
Okay, Larry Nelson. Okay, left side of the green.
You see those Georgians kind of love their native son.
Oh, do they?
All he did was get that in the air and he started yelling.
There he is, very much a man of average height, 5'9", 155 pounds. Here, a man of a bit more than average girth, Bob Murphy, at 5'10", 210. He's taking a 2-iron, we're told.
Well, Bob is going to play a cut shot, I'm sure. This pin is right where Murph would like it. So he can start the ball, keep it going over the land, and with a left to right shot.
Could you use a little more club?
I don't think he's going to like that, though.
Bob Rosberg?
That ball's in the water, Jim. He actually started it. The last few, he started to the right. He's hit the last few irons the same way, starting the ball to the right today and bringing it back.
Almost in the same spot where Tom Kite went in just a couple of minutes ago.
Rossi, you mean he's hooking the ball today?
He has played all his irons with hooks today.
Does that surprise you or just me?
Well, it sure surprises me. I haven't seen him play for quite a while, but he's playing the same way with his woods, cutting everything with his woods and drawing his irons.
We'll take a look at that. Now, I just wonder if through the hitting area, if Bob doesn't get a little high with his right side. Well away from the ball, arms extended. Good move back, hands good and high. A little longer, a little past parallel there. Now we'll see him move through the ball. Now, there goes his head in front of the ball, and that means it's to the right, folks. Once your head moves in front of the ball, it's going to the right.
There have been some very good scores today. We told you Isao Aoki of Japan shot 66. He's in at 1 under par. And now Jack Nicklaus, who's also 1 under par for the championship, even par for the day. He's on the 17th hole, par 3, 213 yards. And this is playing at its normal distance today.
Beautiful looking hole across the water.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think it's difficult as 15, though, because you just have to carry the water. It's not on either side.
You heard him say, get up. But he's on the green. What did he say exactly?
I don't know exactly what he said, but he's having a good time. He's taking Lee Trevino's spot here in the last few rounds. Now, that's a drop area, Jim, where Bob did the drop there.
Okay, so he now lies 3 on the putting surface. Quite possibly headed for a double bogey 5.
Well, this may really put Larry out into a lead. You've got Eastwood over the green, in trouble. You've got Murph putting for a bogey. Larry may really get a little push here.
You know, if he pars in from here, Larry Nelson, he'll tie the 54-hole record for a PGA championship that was set by Ray Floyd back in '69 at the NCR course in Dayton, Ohio. Jerry Pate now for a birdie on the 16th hole. Pate at 2 under. Could be 3. Started the day at 1, so he's 1 under for the day. Oh, boy.
Left himself a little white knuckler there coming back. A little bit down side hill, left to right. That's not generally the favorite putt of any player.
Okay. So the fight goes on, but a little breathing room right now for Larry Nelson. A 3-shot lead.
So that's how they stand. Larry Nelson leading by 3 strokes over Bob Eastwood and Bob Murphy. The leaders are on the 15th green, and there he is. Larry Nelson putting for a 2. He's had 3 birdies in 4 holes. And that's a little shy, but nicely done. Roll to the hole side. 17th green, and Jack Nicklaus on in 1. This 213-yard par 3 across the water. Nicklaus 1 under par, the defending champion, of course. and he needs a couple of good long putts now to get him closer to Larry Nelson. Quite a turn on this one from the left. Oh, and Jack was a little bit shy on that one. Meanwhile, Larry Nelson tapped in his 14-inch putt for his par back at the 15th. Jack a little cross with himself at the 17th for making such hard work of it.